Welcome to the Southwest Florida Real Estate Update, hosted by the York Group of Downing-Frye Realty. Our show will bring you the most up-to-date information on the local real estate market, presented by leading experts in the field.
Welcome to the Southwest Florida Real Estate Update. I'm Morgan York with the York Group of Downing-Frye, and today we're joined with our host Jim York and his guest Donald Ross Jr., President and CEO of Ross Title and Escrow.
Thank you, Morgan. Well, Don, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, Jim. Good to see you.
Hey, let's tell our viewers a little bit about yourself. Oh my gosh.
My name's Don. How's that? Does that work? No. Local attorney, been an attorney for about 40 years. I'm the attorney for Downing-Frye Realty. We've done 20,000 to 30,000 closings roughly. Even more interesting, been counsel for a real estate brokerage firm for 30 years, so I see all the issues from all the agents. We have 8, 9 people working for us. Most of them have been with me for a very long time. God knows why, but they've been with me a long time. Very nice ladies. Seamless, you know, when you're together a long time, you tend to know,
personalities.
they know
right.
how I want it, I know what they will do, so you have less things fall through the cracks, really. We're located on Vanderbilt at the Galleria, 8950 Fontana del Sol Way, the heart of Realtor land.
Yep, it's a convenient location.
We have 4 major real estate brokerage companies right there. Beautiful area. Can't wait to visit all the restaurants.
Hey, let's just talk about condo docs and just that whole genre, because it's confusing. And then, you know, I've been reading a little bit, and I gave you this article about, you know, condos restricting people that have been vaccinated and not vaccinated. Right. And what can they do if you're not vaccinated? I mean, just give us your input as an attorney.
I think they're treading dangerous ground if they try to do that. I mean, you get the governor of the state saying you can't require people to show that they've been vaccinated. Mm-hmm. I always try to visualize, you know, if I were the person living in the condo and you had somebody pass a rule saying we're not going to let you use the pool, or we're not letting you use the rec room, or you can't go sit in the lobby, and maybe I'm just too, you know, lawyers are difficult, which right. We all know. Mm-hmm. But it's like, you know, whoever owns in a condo owns a portion of the lobby. They have an undivided interest in the lobby. Now, in plain English, what that means is if it's 10 square feet, they have the right to occupy the 10 square feet. It's not just carving off, you know, 1/10 of the 10 square feet. Mm-hmm. If there's 10 units. They have the right to occupy the whole thing, but they can't exclude other people. So the condominium boards are supposed to act in a reasonable manner where at this point in the pandemic, from what I read this morning anyways, Publix is letting folks walk into all 1,000 of their stores and get vaccinated. So if somebody chooses not to get vaccinated, that's their choice. They might have some obscure medical reason, a religious belief, something of that sort, but there's no real rational basis anymore. There might have been at one point, but in my humble opinion, there isn't right now. And I have a lot of doctors in the family. Mm-hmm. And so forth. So I think that'd be crazy. It'd be a lawsuit. You'd have people just walking in and using it. And you're in a town of a lot of people who own their own businesses, a lot of doctors, a lot of lawyers, a lot of CEOs, you know, people who generally tell other people what to do. Right. So unless there's a real risk or there's a situation, I mean, my father lives in an assisted living facility, and there was one infection with an employee, so they temporarily shut things down for a while. Unless you had something like that, mm-hmm. I don't see any condo association withstanding legal attack if they try to impose a rule restricting your use of the common areas. Especially now with the numbers trending down, and you know, I think Tennessee is lifting all restrictions as of Friday, so that seems to be the direction. 6 months ago, sure.
Yeah, and I wanted to cover this because, you know, there's still a lot of states up north that still have a lot of restrictions.
Oh, sure.
So I wanted you to explain and let our viewers understand, you know, it's different down here, and that, you know, they read stuff in the paper or on the news, and I read this article online that about restrictions, and our governor has lifted the restrictions. So that's basically why I wanted you to cover this topic with so people have a good understanding.
Valid point. I mean, by way of background, again, I'm from Massachusetts. I have a lot of family in New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, Georgia. And on a daily basis, I'm dealing with people all over the country. Right. And inevitably the topic comes up, how are things down there?
Right.
And if they're from Rhode Island right now is having a hard time. Boston is loosening up. But they're still, after 12 months, it's almost like inertia. You get so used to being defensive.
Right.
To all of a sudden become what we were before, whatever that was, more relaxed, for want of a better phrase, is hard. You're locked into being afraid, essentially.
Right. Yeah.
And to tell people, nobody's going to say it's perfectly safe, but I just tell folks, where I live and we walk the street, we get to walk the beach, we get to go out in the boat, we can play tennis, we can play pickleball. My son owns a large restaurant on Marco Island. They're doing gangbuster business. Really, we have safeguards in my office, but my wife and I will put on our mask when we walk in a supermarket. It's just become a thing with us.
Right, me too.
And I think when this is all over, when I fly, I will put the mask on because I tend to nap when I fly. Mm-hmm. And before the pandemic, I'd get sick because people would be sneezing all around me. So now it's not a big deal to put a mask on. So I think I'll be doing that when I fly. But other than that, it's way looser than it is up north. For sure. I talk to these people every single day. Yep. They're kind of stunned at how easy we've had it, really.
Well, I think we've given our viewers a better understanding, and I appreciate you coming on the show, and hopefully
thanks for having me.
See you next week, right?
It's great here, in a summary.
Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Sure.
Thinking of buying or selling a home in Naples, Marco Island, Bonita, or Estero, Florida? Think of the most experienced York Real Estate Group, associated with the #1 brokerage in Southwest Florida, Downing Fry Realty, which produces yearly real estate transactions of over $1 billion. Jim, Michael, and Morgan make up the York Real Estate Group of Downing Fry Realty, with over $275 million in sales transactions, along with offering over 25 combined years' experience in the local market. The Yorks can offer the experience and trust you need in a realtor. Call them today at 239-273-6727 or visit their website at www.naplesyorkrealestate.com.
Looking for a real estate closing agent in Southwest Florida? Ross Title and Escrow has over 25 years experience and has closed over 20,000 residential real estate transactions. Donald Ross Jr., president of Ross Title and Escrow and a practicing attorney in the state of Florida with a degree in taxation, is here to service your needs. Call Mr. Ross or one of our 4 closing agents for a free consultation today.